Takže dámy a páni, vítam vás u ďalšieho dielu na hru Juarez, Gunslinger a poďme poraziť tých bratov, hajzlíkov, lebo tam sme minule skončili, táto kapitola je rozdelená do dvoch misií. Minule sme mali tu prepadovky pánky, teraz ich prenasledujeme v lese.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell. It was tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks. It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color, red as blood. The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
Secret. VLAKOVÁ. No dobrá, počkaj, kaďal máme ísť?
In the swamp. Huh? Let them where they stand! Except for some bitches ahead of me wanted to do me harm, so I had to face them alone. I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet. But I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends.
Dobre, počkaj, čo si dáme? Dáme si to, treba, dobre. Beriem. Len kontrolujem, že to všetko nahráva. Pretože už som trošku...
The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
Trošku nevedia tí Tomáš, a radšej viacej v noci, no.
Just kill him for Christ's sake! If I'm going out, death is coming. For a belly full of buckshot, bitch! You must like pissing me off! I'm gonna... Dodge this!
Niekto ďalší?
Point being, I was under serious attack, and my reinforcements was nowhere to be seen.
No, reinforcements pre teba žiadne. Pretože si jeden muž army. One man army. To si jednoducho musíš tak brať v chlape. Každý hrdina bez peske. To si jednoducho one man army.
Kill that goddamn bounty hunter! Now you're really pissing me off!
Hlavne pomaličky. Au. Jestli to bolelo a dali sme jednou dole, čože... Pri obťažnosti plus... Takže veľký.
But luckily, a barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better
To by
view,
som ti tak veril, chlape. Zmaterializovala barna, určite.
but just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running for the bushes. Of course, I followed them.
Aha. Takže po nás budú
But
útočiť,
that
dobre.
goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was.
SP.
Steve? So I just started walking, and pretty soon, Steve? Steve?
Huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
Zase indiáni.
Indians? There were Indians.
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention.
Aha.
Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So,
Určite.
where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing. It's a bond like no other.
Stop that, son of a bitch!
Všetko, paráda.
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet, but I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits. More Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what. But hell, what's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
Ďalšia. Ktorý z vás má mŕtvy Dina? Tak už sa to nedozviem, pretože som mŕtvy.
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son of a bitch! There he is!
No a teraz mi povedzte, ktorý z vás má mŕtvy je mínomekči. Bože, ty dynamity zasraté.
I might be scared! They're gonna kill!
Poď do psej matere s tvojimi dynamitmi.
You ready to buy the bomb?
Ale kámo, to sa ani možné, ja nevidím kvôli tomu dynamitu a potom ma zajebe. To si robíš
Bounty
srandu.
hunters! Stop that, son of a bitch!
Ďalšia.
Take that asshole out!
Kamoško. Dobre, prcam na to. Prcam na to.
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son of a bitch! There he is! Tim did not deserve to die like that!
Ty vole, jasné, nabehnem do toho dynamitu.
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son of a bitch! Get him! Son of a bitch! We're losing too many men! God damn it!
News.
Get ready to die! Somebody kill that son of a bitch! He's out of his mind!
Ešte niekto? Akože ja nemám problém ďalšieho streliť. Ja neviem, kde si. Všetkým sa dostanela. Nemusíte sa báť.
What in tarnation?
What are you gonna do? Ain't bothering me none.
O, paráda. Teraz ma to zachránili, že to bolo rýchlostrelba.
Can you shoot around corners? You can't get me.
Dobre. Ďalší shieldman dole. Tak, paráda. Proste paráda.
Shoot!
Ti bolo to rád, mať doma zastrelil. Ja už ani neviem. Ani orientovať sa neviem. Ale ja si robíš srandu.
He's almost as good as me. He's wounded.
Ty bogo! Že trošku som sa posunul. Uvidíme. V tejto misii mi doma idú nervy. Taká to je mŕtka, pretože to je zabukované. Cez textúry vás môžu strieľať.
You ain't seen the likes of me. You're gonna have to do better than that. I'm gonna blow your damn head off.
Čože pre mňa dosť ťažké, keďže tu hrám na najťažšiu obťažnosť, viete.
Now I'm gonna hurt you bad. You ready for a belly full of butt shots? I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them. And that's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps?
Dovi.
Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was then that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high, and those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces. Got him! Vengeance is mine!
Somebody kill that son of a bitch!
Áno, tak.
You believe that?
Blowing your ass up!
Dobre. Musím rýchlo dohybovať.
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Máš?
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben. I set out to do something. I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
Pod shield, man. Ja počkaj, to je shield, man.
Sorry, son of a bitch!
Well, that's...
Alright. Fajn. Ja mi to tu už bolo. Nie. Ešte musím vyliesť. Ty bogo, ja som sa bugol.
Right about then,
Huh?
much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit.
Je takto.
But it turned out that they had me.
I'm sending you to hell!
The Daltons had played me like a
After
fiddle.
all, listen.
Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you hear
fight.
about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
You're
well,
talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big.
Titanic, Pokiaľ, DiCaprio.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God,
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow I managed to finally disembark. It was time to settle this once and for all.
Kamoško, oni ma zabili z Gatlinganu. OK, ľudia.
I determined to take me down, confident that this time the odds were on their side. They got it wrong. A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds. Paroled 14 years later, he moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers.
No jo. Toto bolo tiež. A to misia, no. Dá, poďme začať aspoň tú druhú, nemyslím si, že by sme ju dokončili.
My own brothers
I'm
died
wasn't
tragically
supposed
as well, truth be told.
VLAKOVÁ, Juarez, 1868.
It was 1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy profit running cattle into Juarez, Mexico. One night after my brothers retired for the evening, I found a little poker game in a cantina with a couple of cowboys. And I just couldn't lose. I even won an old Spanish coin that had to be 100 years old. Well, I was mighty pleased with myself the next morning as my brothers and I rode for Texas. But before we crossed the border, those cowboys caught up with us. It was Johnny Ringo, Roscoe Bob Bryant, and another asshole named Jim. They wanted their money back and everything else we had, including our lives, as those boys didn't want us coming for them later. Bob put that old Spanish coin in my mouth and said, "I won't have it said that I left you with nothing, boy." those horses bolted, and there we hung as those bastards rode away. The branch finally snapped under the weight of the three of us, but being my older brothers were bigger and heavier, they were already dead. And right then I swore to myself that I would avenge them. Ringo you know about. But Bob eluded me, until I heard he was riding with the Wild Bunch.
Nie je dosť, alebo nie je dobrá lúpež vlaku. OK.
I'd been on their trail for months, ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains. Led by Butch Cassidy, they were a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid, and that murderous hombre I was tracking, Roscoe Bob Bryant. They blew the bridge with the intention of forcing the train to stop. Well, I assumed the Wild Bunch was likely in the still intact part of the train high above. I was determined to make that sumbitch Bob pay for what he did to my brothers.
Ears are still ringing from blowing up that bridge. What'd you say?
Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them. From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route. But first, I would need to get my ass out of there. I jumped from the frying pan into the fire as the train was clearly fixing to fall. I had found the gang, but in order to find old Bob, I needed to fight my way forward past a whole passel of desperados. Outside, inside, any way I could, I made my way towards my prey.
Well, what about the passengers?
It was mostly a freight train, as I recall. There were no passengers aboard that day.
You murderous bastard!
As I mentioned before, I am not fond of heights. But I was too busy dodging bullets to worry about falling to my death. Odds were I was likely to die that day anyway. So I was determined to take down as many of those bastards as I could. At times, it was like shooting ducks in a shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks shot back.
Ja som nabehol priamo do neho. Ja som taký degeš. Čo už no? Nevadí. Yo, climb.
I kept hoping the law would show up and give me a hand.
You mean like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about? Did they come riding in, guns a-blazing to help?
Prišli? Ty Bogo. Pekne.
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the Wild Bunch all by my lonesome, as usual.
No,
Who the hell is that? Oh! He's out of his mind!
To si robí srandu, on ma ubil.
Who the hell is that? they come! Retreat! Retreat! Those are my friends you killed!
Čo je tu? Nejaký ten secret? Ne. Dobre.
He's killing everybody! You ain't seen the likes of me. He'll kill us all!
Au. Au.
Death is coming for you. And I'm gonna
Čus.
gonna scalp your ass. Brother, I'm gonna make
Dobre.
My guess is those dime novels didn't portray this as it happened, did they?
You know this guy?
Only a few stragglers were left.
Yeah,
I had to cut them down pronto if I was gonna stay on old Bob's trail.
Niektoré sekvencie možno môžu byť sranda na strednú obťažnosť, ale jednoducho tuto je to proste pain.
You know who we are! This is great! If you wanna live!
If you wanna live, if you want to survive, you gotta fight for it! Nemám kde sú tie animácie, proste to je proste taká mŕtka. Kamo, oni poviem si rádu.
That was too damn close! Merciful Christ! If you wanna live! Nobody!
Ja tuto. Do psej močiarov, doprčiť tam.
Once I silenced all those guns, I went searching for my nemesis, determined to finally have my justice. But the only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nosed Curry.
Who was he?
The fastest gun in the gang. Right after Sundance, I mean. And Kid Curry, and maybe Elsie Lay. Though some folks might dispute that. On that very same day, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid decided to leave the Wild Bunch behind and decamped for South America. They ended up living down there for many years, but I'm sure you already know all about that.
na 30 do pekla. Takže nakoniec sme zvládli dve misie. Čož som rád tejto epizóde teda.
I tried to find Bob Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared. Sometime later, I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail, and now he was running the whole shebang. So I took to their trail, as I was still in pursuit of my brother's killer and hoped that he was back with him.
Dobre, pani. A na túto epizódu by to stačilo teda. Takže pokiaľ sa vám tento diel páčil, ten nezabudnite dať like, pokiaľ sa vám koment páči, nezabudnite odber. Vedľa bol zvonček a poviem, že žiadne ďalšie video na zás, ďalej nás môžete, sa majte. Adios amigos.